What is up, guys? Welcome on back to TK's Garage, and today I'm going to give you my full review, thoughts and impressions on why the 2022 Ford Edge sucks. That is right. Welcome on back to TK's Garage, and today we're going to talk about why the 2022 Ford Edge sucks. Let's get directly into it. First things first, this thing is trying to be an SUV when it's really not an SUV. It's not even a crossover. I don't even know what you would call this, but maybe just a stuffed fat pig. Gas mileage on this thing is absolutely abysmal. It sucks balls at 19.5 miles per gallon on average, and most of my driving is highway. That sucks for a vehicle of this size. Look what Honda and Toyota are doing. I'll give you examples with both the Venza and the Honda CR-V. The one thing that does work is the air conditioning, but another stupid, retarded thing that Ford did was, we want to be cool. We're going to put a big-ass screen in our car, or whatever this thing is, just to put one in it. Well, we don't know what it's going to do. I mean, it does do Apple CarPlay, it does do Android Auto, it does have that going for it on a slightly bigger screen, but it made the air conditioning controls go here, and anybody that's maybe 5 or 10 years older than me, late 50s, early 60s, is going to be like, what the F do I do with this thing? You know what I'm saying? And then they're going to be like, how do I get back home? Do I hit the X? Do I go here? What do I do? Da-da-da. Stupid, Ford. Absolutely stupid. I mean, and cool, we have games in here. So now, I guess when you're out with your grandkids, or if you're the kind of person that's rolling around the neighborhood with free candy, you now have other aspects to lure kids into your car. Like I said, the Apple CarPlay thing is cool with having the maps. That's not bad. But we didn't need this much screen. Not complaining if they just actually did something with this screen, like make the map full screen or something. I don't know. Come on, Ford. One of the things that I thought was super retarded when I first got this vehicle, as opposed to now, is I thought that the shifting knob was actually retarded. I've seen this in Jaguars and whatnot, but I'm gonna be honest. To get into park really quick, I love when you come to a complete stop, as we do here. You can sit here and go really quick, boom, and you're in park. You're done. And it's the same thing when you want to go to drive. You can just snap that thing, and you're in drive, and you can go, except for you can't really just go because it's a CV3 transmission, and like I said, this thing moves like a fat pig. It doesn't really go anywhere in a hurry. This is the all-wheel drive version, and like I said, for what it is and for how much this vehicle costs, it's an absolute ripoff for the consumer. Now, that's just me. This is my opinion. I don't hate all Ford products. Oh, you hate Fords. I love Ford trucks. Get out of here. I had a Mustang. I had a GT350. I don't hate Ford as a brand. I just think, like, this is a fat pig. It's an unnecessary product, and it's crap. They already have the Explorer. Now, I guess they made this because they were like, well, it's a little smaller than the Explorer for entry-level people. This is not an... This thing just sucks. Let's continue. Next, let's talk about how this thing handles. Now, it does have some cool safety feature like lane departure, and it will keep you in the lane. But this thing is a dog. It is an absolute dog. There's significant play in the steering wheel for a vehicle in 2022 that is unacceptable. I understand it's American, it's, you know, and you're a BMW guy, you're a Mopar guy. You know, it's really Italian. They don't really have a lot of play in their steering wheels. No, they don't. And you can get a comparable product from Dodge, and I mean, you could get a comparable X3 for about what you would pay for this. Next, we'll get into the actual 0 to 60, which really doesn't matter on a vehicle like this, but I get into it so people can see just how much of a dog this thing is. Now, no, I'm not going to put it in launch control, but I'm going to hit the laughable sport button, and we'll get on it, and we'll see unscientifically how fast this goes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, Nah. All right, so like, let's say between 7.5 to 8.5 seconds, 0 to 60 in sport mode. This is a dog. So again, back to the whole fat pig thing. Now this is also all-wheel drive. This should have a benefit over just a rear-wheel drive or front-wheel drive vehicle. It should help it grip the ground a little bit more and let it be able to get up to speed and move. But this thing just doesn't. It's slow. It gets gas mileage. It acts like it's cool, like it has cool features. It does have remote start. It does have the big screen. The AC is cold. I will give it that. The biggest thing that this thing has going for it is the sound system. The Bang & Olufsen sound system in this thing is amazing. Like, absolutely sounds awesome. I give that to it 100%. I think they might even have like subwoofers in the floors or something. Like, it absolutely sounds great. I will give Ford that credit. That is great. The other thing with its gauges and whatnot, as far as the speedometer, it'll never hit 160. I don't even know why that's there. We're almost out of gas again. And but I mean, it's cool in that aspect. It's not a complete piece of crap. The seats are nice. This is not real leather. It's pleather. The seats are okay. There's ample room in the back to put stuff in. The thing that I look at is how much this costs. Now, this is the titanium trim of the Ford Edge. It is the all-wheel drive version, so it's another upsell, right? Now, I think they have one tier above this called the Platinum, right? But for what the features that this thing has with the keep itself in the lane, it's not really self-driving, but it will correct you. And the safety features, lane, the blind spot warning and all that. Like, these are features that you get on other similarly spec'd cars. And I just think for the money on what you're paying for this, you could do so much better. Now, this is not like, oh, TK had a car for a day and he drove it 200 miles. No. I got this Ford Edge at 5,004 miles on it. It currently has 8,126. That means in the last, I don't know, almost a month that I've had this vehicle, I've put 3,000 miles on it. Now, we did take it to LA on a road trip. I did bring it back. I have had it down to, I did have it back out to Yermo, to the Marine Annex. And I did bring it, where else did I go with it? And I did go to Ogden, Utah, to the Air Force Base. So, I mean, I have put some miles on it, highway miles. And I will give it this. On strictly highway miles, you will average about 22 miles per gallon. But like the mix miles, highway, city, 19 and a half, I don't know. It's not horrible, but it just, like my Tahoe got like 18 and a half, all right? And that was a much bigger, heavier truck. So I just look at this and I feel like for the money and what you're spending for this vehicle, you're not really getting the value of what you're spending on it. You know what I'm saying? But let's get into some of the last things on it, like taking a walk around the outside, and we'll talk about styling. Again, remember I said this is a fat pig. And like I told you guys, the outside of this thing, like I said, I call it a fat pig for a reason. The design on this thing is absolutely hot garbage. I mean, I guess it might look a little bit better than it did from the previous generation, but not more than the sport generation. The lights, the tail lights are decent as far as the design, but the rest of it, it just looks like a pregnant Ford was it Fiesta? Like they just blew it up. But here, it's a little bit of a wider angle view, but like I said, it's really nothing attractive. It's like the most basic SUV you can think of. And here's the thing, it's outrageously priced. It's stupid expensive. And let me show you some of the build quality issues. So let's talk about build quality issues. Now, the vehicle is, the SUV is now over, it does require an oil change now. It is over 10,000 miles, right? So I got this thing at 5,000 miles. So I've put over 5,000 miles on this. Now let's get up here and look at build quality. Now, I haven't lifted or opened this multiple times. I hardly ever have a passenger in the vehicle, but look at this. Look at this build quality from Ford. The whole damn thing is literally just hanging on out. Build quality, baby. Built Ford tough, my ass. It's just, why would somebody spend over $35,000-$40,000 for a Bang & Olufsen sound system, you know, a big screen, and the rest of the vehicle is a piece of shit? I don't know. I just don't get it. And this is not me just taking a shot at Ford. It's just like, have some pride in the shit that you make, man. This shit is ridiculous. That is embarrassing. And then it just, oh, now it will. So I had to break this review up over a few different days, and that's why, man. This thing, you know, does it get you from point A to point B? Sure. But why would you spend 35 grand or 40 something thousand for the titanium all-wheel drive version of this vehicle when you could just buy like an old used Yukon or Suburban, Tahoe, even a Ford Explorer? I mean, you could get you an older Ford Explorer that would get you from point A from point B and not have all of these build quality issues, you know. And it's just, it's sad. I mean, everything from the, look at the stuff in the pillars to the suspension going crick crack, crick creak, like sounding like the ball joints are knocking around. There's no way in hell, if anybody ever asked me, hey man, I'm really thinking about picking up a Ford Edge, what do you think about it? My answer is going to be two simple words. Fuck no. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. There it is. There's my review. It's not the greatest cinematography. You know, we don't have a whole bunch of rolling shots. I'm just giving you my honest opinion after driving this fat pig of a car or truck or whatever the hell I think it's, SUV light, SUV wannabe. All I can tell you is it's a fat pig of a vehicle. Ford should be ashamed for even making this damn thing. And yeah, it's crap. This is my opinion. It's an honest opinion. You don't have to like it. That's fine. You can say this is the best thing since sliced bread. Cool, that's your opinion. You know, they say opinions like assholes and everybody has one, you know, so and that doesn't matter, and that doesn't matter what you identify as. I mean, unless they start identifying as people that don't have assholes. You know what, I'm gonna leave that alone. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Just an impromptu review. Thought I would give you my thoughts and impressions after having to drive this piece of shit for 5,000 miles. Now you know. Let me know what you guys think, and I will catch you guys very soon on the next one. Peace.